Boy, are you ready for a new lawnmower? All right. Welcome back to another episode of Junkin' with Junior
and Weston.
We got us a little project today. We got the old fixer-upper. We're fixing to upgrade the boy from a push mower to his first riding lawnmower. She's a jewel. Don't know what's wrong with it. It was given to us. Not sure if it's even gonna run, but you know, with little mechanical abilities, we're gonna work on it a little bit and see what we can make happen. We know the battery's junk. There's no juice in it at all. The battery doesn't even click whenever, the starter doesn't even click when you turn the key. But it does have a pull start. So we're gonna get some fresh gas in it, check the oil, air up the tires, do a lot of our basic stuff and just see if we can get it running and driving. Then if all that works, we can give the old blade a sharpening with the grinder, make some more progress on it, and hopefully cut some grass on this thing soon. Let's get started. How much you got? I'd say she's full now. All right, go ahead and put your dipstick back in. Always want to check the oil before you crank it up because you never know if it burns a little bit or anything. Go ahead and take your gas cap off and put some gas in her right here. All right, go ahead, grab your fuel jug. All right, tip her up. Hold on, put this hand. No, put this hand on the handle. Now put this hand on the bottom of the jug. Grab it right here. There's a notch for your fingers. There you go. Now she'll pour. Pick her on up. Use the muscles. Oh yeah. Good. That thing was thirsty. All right, that's enough for now. We're not gonna fill it up all the way. We're just gonna make sure that everything will run. Dang it. Knew there's a reason we didn't put too much gas in this thing. We've got a rock hard fuel line on here that's got a little crack or a hole in it, so we're gonna have to address that. Now, oh yeah, look at those cracks in that line right there. She's just ready to bust off there. So, all right, we can pull that off and get us a new line on there.
These two things?
Yep. Squeeze. There it is. Well, since that hose is rock solid, I just pulled it off here and got it tipped over, trying to conserve some gas from spilling, and we just ran this hose back into the jug here so we can catch the fuel that we just put in, because we got to get us a new fuel hose. I don't have anything that small here in the shop. Everything that I've got is, you know, like 5/16, 3/8 and bigger stuff, and this little guy here is 1/4 inch. So, oh well, it happens. Nothing we can do except fix it. All right, so we got our new piece of fuel line. It's much more flexible and doesn't have cracks in it like the other one did, so should be able to hold some gas. The factory fuel line actually had this metal sleeve over it to keep it from getting hot, because it's like that far away from the muffler. So I thought that was kind of comical that Briggs & Stratton ran a fuel line that close to the exhaust, but you know, hey, if you got in a room, you got in a room. So put the metal sleeve on the new line. Actually, I had a piece of this heat sleeve as well at the shop, so put that on there just for an extra measure, because we all know that cool fuel makes more horsepower, so we'll take an extra 1/4 of a horsepower if we can get it. Now you can slide it. Oh, you don't have to take them all the way off, you just have to loosen them. There we go. Okay. Try, see how she fits. little better? Okay. So we got our seat adjusted, got gas in it. So we got our seat adjusted, got gas in it, oil's good. Gas isn't leaking out this time. Let's see if it'll crank. Let's turn this fuel on. Okay. Still no leaks with the fuel on. Okay, now this lever here, let's turn the key on just in case. Hold this all the way up like that, and I'll give her a pull. Oh man, there it goes. Let's try. Well, it's official. I'm an idiot. Went and grabbed a socket and ratchet so that I could pull the spark plug. Got the cart before the horse. I did not put the spark plug wire back on after I routed the fuel line through it, just like the factory. So you know what? Studies show that if you hook up the spark plug wire, you'll have spark, most likely. Let's try it again. Okay, let's pull the spark plug. Hop up. All right, so appears we've got no sparkage. Get a good ground on this bolt here. Give our rope a pull. No spark. Guess what? It's not gonna run. What are the three things we gotta have to make it start? Gas, spark, compression. Got gas, we got compression because this rope's wearing me out, but we ain't got no spark. Time to dig into it further and find out why we don't have spark. So this could be part of the reason why we don't have any spark. I can't actually see a gap here on the coil. It doesn't appear to be scraping to the ring on the flywheel here, but you can see where it was sitting for a while and it's pretty rusty. So we're gonna sand all these off so the magnets are nice and clean, and we know there's not, you know, any debris getting hung up in there and shorten it out when it tries to come across and spark there. So let's get it cleaned up. So the pull rope mechanism goes on this ratchet drive here, which is actually currently stuck. So that's the issue that I was having when that rope wouldn't re-engage. Those little balls get stuck inside there. So we're just gonna hit it with a little bit of oil and let it soak in there, and should be able to free up the little balls in there that kind of act like a check mechanism, if you will, like a ratchet. Trying to move. Because when the engine fires up, it slings those balls out so that the rope doesn't stay engaged there. Oh, we'll let that soak. So with a 1/4 inch socket, I'm going to go ahead and pull these two screws off that hold the ignition coil on the cylinder mount there, and I know we're going to lose the gap because obviously it's a magnet, so it draws itself towards the flywheel. But then we can clean the contact points on this, or the contact area on this coil as well. And then we know we have two clean surfaces that should be clean. So we'll start with all the basics. Okay, so now we do have to have a gap between this coil and the flywheel again. So I don't have two feeler gauges the same size. So we're going total redneck on this one, and we've got a label off of a feed bag. It may not be the correct gap as per specs, but you know what? It will work. some of the old timers would use like a matchbook or something like that, but as long as it's got a gap and it's not touching, that's the main thing. And we're not going to push on it hard. Snug it down and make sure that this slides out just like that. So now we know we have a decent gap on there. Let's put our pull rope mechanism back on here and see if we have any spark. So I think it's official that we have a bad ignition coil. Clean the contacts on it and also the coil itself, you know, and on the flywheel. So still don't have any spark. I think our best bet at this point is to take it off, find one tomorrow at the parts store, and we'll see if we can make it run some other day, because I don't have any of these coils laying around here, that's for sure. What do you think? We can get it running? So we're taking a $40 gamble on this ignition coil here. I think that's going to fix our problem. You know, if it does, we've only got 40 bucks invested. If it doesn't, well, you know, we lost 40 bucks. We've done more stupid things with money than that in the past, but it's pretty cool because I actually got this thing from local O'Reilly's for this, you know, Briggs & Stratton 12 horsepower. They had the thing in stock in the Prime line. That's their small engines kind of stuff. So pretty cool that they had that thing in stock. You don't have to order it online. You can go to your local store and get it. So this new coil actually has 2 wires coming off of it onto the same, you know, ground wire terminal. So we may not use both of them. We'll have to figure that part out. Let's see if the new coil gives us some spark. Oh yeah. Didn't spark the plug, but it sparked my arm. Gosh dang. There it is. We got some spark now. Let's screw this spark plug in and see if it'll fire up. The throttle and choke is still up from the other day. We're gonna have to adjust this cable a little bit too. I think where people have been pulling on it so much that it's a little bit out of whack. The choke doesn't close all the way unless you actually push it. What do you think, boy? Is she gonna run?
Yep.
Ooh, let's put the spark plug wire on. It always runs better when you put the spark plug wire on. Okay. Oh yeah! It's alive! Okay, so we got some carburetor tuning to figure out there, but that part is working, son of a gun. Oh man. Back to that problem again. I did put some oil on it, but it still didn't work. There it goes. Dang! I don't know what that is, but it sure was loud.
Yep.
So. Oh, I think that's the starter. Nope, something's touching the piece of metal. Okay, that could be my mistake. It appears that this piece of sheet metal that wraps around here, we didn't sandwich that in between the top shroud like we should, so we're going to pull these 4 screws back out and fix that. Alright, we got that little piece of sheet metal out of the way, which makes quite the racket when it hits the flywheel ring gear. So, let's give her a good choke again. Get her... Oh, look at that. There it went again. I think we're going to be trimming some metal. Oh, done it. Hammer.
What kind?
A hitting kind.
Okay.
Sure. Boy ain't messing around. Asked for a hammer, he brought me a hammer. There it goes. Oh, it wants to. This is your brake, that's your clutch. So push that one down to the floor. Use this part of your foot. Just like that. Okay? Now hold that down and put one hand here on the shifter. We'll go forward a click. Okay, now ease up on the clutch pedal. Go ahead, put both hands on the wheel. Ease up. Let up all the way. Oh man. Push it down. Got it all the way down. Okay, try again. That thing did a little burnout. Now push the clutch pedal into stop. Push it down. Okay. All right, hold that down. Now that blade's turning. Okay. Ease up. Push back down. Hold on. Yeah, buddy. Sweet. So what do you think? What? Just cut grass for the first time, didn't you? Was it pretty cool? Yeah. What's your favorite part? What's your favorite part?
Going over the little bumps.
It's cool. All right, so that's it. We got the boys' lawnmower all fired up and running. We do have a few things that we still need to do. Still got to get a battery. Blade's probably going to need to be sharpened. Who knows when that was done. And this old tire leaked down and she came off the bead going around the corner about 2.3 mile an hour. Blowed that sucker right off the bead. So We got a little more work to do. Got some carburetor cleaner, fuel system cleaner in it, so we'll let that sit in the carburetor overnight. Probably start running a little better in a few days after some more of this running stuff. But man, she's a real ripper. Cuts grass like a champ. I don't have to cut grass as much anymore because my boy knows how to do it now, so that's always a huge plus. Guess that's about all for this one. Thanks for watching Junkie Wave Jr. If you enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, tell others about it. You never know what you're going to see and learn on our channel. We've got all kinds of different projects coming up all the time. Thanks again, and we will see you next time.
Bye.